The agenda for today is then the first thing first, we are going to discuss what is Power BI and then why the Power BI is so useful and why we think everybody should be using that. And after that, I'm gonna just a little bit covering what's different between the Infor CRM and the Power BI reporting tool as well. And I'm sure everybody would like to see some example as well, so how it works exactly. So we are going to see some examples as well. And lastly, I'm going to tell you why you should choose Xperience Group when we are using Power BI as well. And the last section is if you have any question or anything, then we are more than welcome to discuss as well. So the first thing first, what is Power BI? Power BI is a Microsoft tool. It's an independent application. It's not relating to Infor CRM system. However, we are able to link that together as well. It's really powerful and really easy and flexible to use as well, which helps you to transform your company data into a really powerful and rich visuals as well. And then by using the visuals, then you can then create a really good report and obviously the specific dashboard. So you would be able to create the sales dashboard and a service dashboard as well, or the marketing dashboard separately as well for your needs. It's real time, so you will be able to see it then actually it is dynamic and automatically link that to your database as well. And also it is available on desktop, web and mobile devices as well, which these days we would like to have. So when you are on the road, then you would be able to see your data as well. You don't actually need to wait and get to your machine to log in to Infor CRM to see the reports as well. So why Power BI? It is these days everybody would like to use an easy access to the data of what you already have in your database. People don't actually would like to use a complicated report session as well. So with this intelligent report, then it could work for your business needs as well. It is using the SQL database directly. So you will be able to see that there are so many connections to Power BI. So you can actually link Power BI, not just to the Infor CRM, but if you have any Access spreadsheet or anything that can be linked together as well. But in this case, it's really good. Then it's directed using the SQL database. So basically, all the data, what we can see, it's live data. You don't need to run. You don't need to test anything. It's just literally using the data what you currently have in your database. No development skills required. We know that in Infor CRM, then it's quite complicated to create a dashboard or report section, and most of the time you would need to have a development or the developers who would be able to create those for you, or a business partner. But in this case, once you have got a connection to the Power BI, then you can simply link that, and you don't actually need to use or need to know anything about the databases. And as I mentioned before, it's a live visual report on the road. So basically, you would be able to download the mobile version of Power BI onto your tablet or onto your mobile device and see on the go. And also you would be able to simply just open it through the web browser. You don't actually need to install anything. You can just simply open your web browser and see all the reports available in Power BI. It is also part of the Office 365. Now the reason for asterisk is then not all of the plan has got Power BI added, but most of them has got automatically added. So if you have been using Office 365, you will need to go to your main panel, and then if you can see the Power BI, then you can just simply start using it. Or you might want to speak to your IT company or whoever looks after your computer who just enable the Power BI for you. If you don't have licenses for Power BI, you can simply just go to the website and you can start using the free version, or you can just pay for a really small amount for them. So it's really easy to start with and kick off with this Power BI. You don't need installation, you don't need any other complex development before you start using. And the lastly is then constantly updated, which means on their forum, on their community forum, people are asking for new features, or the features are missing from the Power BI, and Microsoft have been listening for those people. Literally today they released their monthly, so it's a monthly update. Every month you get a new one, new update, and new features as well. So they released today the September update, which I'm going to cover as well because I think it's a really powerful tool and useful features. If we quickly have a look at what's the difference between the Power BI and in terms of the Infor CRM LAN and Infor CRM web client, some of you might have been using the web client for Infor CRM, or might just use the normal LAN client. But as you can see, the first thing first I highlighted is the accessibility. So with the Power BI, then you can simply manage that from any platform, devices, anywhere, anytime, from your mobile devices as well, from your computer. You don't actually need any installation for seeing the report. However, if you're using the LAN client of Infor CRM, then we all know that it's very limited and the mobile access. So it has got mobile access, but it's not that flexible than the Power BI. And the Infor CRM is, the web client is not really optimized for mobile devices. So we know that with the web browser you can see them, but it's not really designed on the mobile version, on mobile devices. On the user side, so I think everyone have been using Microsoft for a while now and Office packages and everything. So what they try to do is they try to replicate the same interface and graphical design tool what they have been doing in the Office 2000 since Office 2013 and with Office 2016 as well. So the users will be able to, even they haven't used the Power BI before, they will be able to start using because they know those interfaces and the designer tools as well from other Microsoft tool. However, if we have a look at the LAN client in Infor CRM, then it's basically just sales focused. So you can't do any reports on marketing or service side, or if you have your own entity, then it would be really hard to get those. Obviously, with development, it's possible, but it's not that easy, and not for the end user who would be able to use those reports. And if we have a look at the web client, now in order to create any dashboard or reports, then you would need to have a training, and also you would need to know the software knowledge. So you would need to know how the software works. However, with the Power BI, then the system will do most of the things will do for you. And lastly, I wanted to highlight the flexibility. So in Power BI, you could create any kind of report, and I'm going to show you those what's different and how flexible those are. However, if you have been using the LAN client, then it's a fixed dashboard. And if you do want to extend, then obviously you would need to have a developers, or you would need to have a third-party company who would be able to create those for you. With the web client, it's a little bit easier with the Infor CRM, but it's still a basic dashboard and a really limited graph format what you can have in your reporting too. So I'm sure everybody would like to see some example for the Power BI. So just a quick overview about this Power BI. This is the desktop edition. You can simply just go to the website and you just download. And then once you download the application, you can then simply just link that with any other application. Currently, we're going to use the SQL Server because obviously we all know that Infor CRM It's a SQL-based database. However, if you wish to, you could link that to a different application as well, different Excel files as well. And as I mentioned on the top, it's just a normal toolbar like in any other Microsoft application. On the right-hand side, there are different views. So by default, this is our report, what we're going to see and what we're going to create. On the left-hand side, once you added all your tables, database tables, then the system will automatically link that for you. So you don't actually need to worry about anything. The only thing what you need to know is then where those data are kept. But the system will automatically link them together for you. And also there are some table views as well, where you can see the actual data. So you don't actually need to go into Infor CRM to see your data. You can just simply go through. And with this view, then you are able to transform and do any kind of calculation. You would be able to create new measures and columns in Power BI as well. So don't actually need to do anything in Infor CRM. You can simply just use this Power BI tool. And on the right-hand side, you can see once you have got your data connection, it automatically shows you all the tables and all the fields within those tables. So everything is just literally just a drag and drop option into the main report area. And in the middle, or in the right middle, you can see these are the different visuals. If you want, you can then go and you can go to the store and you can download anything. I'm going to show you some really good custom visuals as well later on, but mainly I'm focusing on the default one in here as well. So the first one, what I have just created for this view is just a normal pipeline. I think everybody knows this. This is just a normal, how many prospects we got. And also what we would like to do is we would like to filter down by the estimated close date or by the users as well. So in Power BI, once you have got your report page, then everything is linked together. So for instance, if I click on prospect, it would then automatically filter down the rest of them. Or if I choose just a user, so for instance, Derek Murray, as you can see, it's automatically filtering down and changing the potentials and a weighted amount as well. If you wish to, you can then simply just choose the estimated close date. So this is just a slicer. So it's automatically manage those as well. If you wish, you can then just simply choose just between two dates as well. But this is default. So this is not customization, nothing. Just this is how it comes out as well. The next thing what we have created is, or what I have created is just a closed opportunity by account managers and by the product family. So as you can see, each of the sales user showing the product family and the actual amount of that product family as well. And by the actual close date. So if you need, you can then simply just change it, which will then automatically change the whole chart for you. So it's really, really easy to use this report as well. The next thing is what I have just created as a demo. This is the closed opportunity by account. So what we can see is in here, it's literally all the accounts what we have been dealing with in the database, and it's showing all the sales potentials within those application or within that account. And also, if I just simply click on one of the account, as you can see, it's automatically filtered down on the right-hand side. These basically every element in here it's linked together. So if I just choose that, so if I'm interested in all the laptop warranty, then it's automatically showing those information. So these are really easy to use reporting side. Also, you can then filter down by the date as well. So if you're interested in the date and then the laptop warranty, for instance, as you can see, it's showing everything easily. Now the next thing is what I just created is there is based on the product in the database. Now, I know most of the reports I'm showing you today, it's a sales one, but just let you know, if you have your own entity or if you have your own field, that can be used as well. I'm going to show you a quick report on campaign and marketing and also on service side as well. But if you have your own entity or customization, that can be used as well, because what we have been doing is we actually just using the database tables as well. So what you can see it's in here, this is just all the opportunity to talk about product family and all the product name as well. And also it does give you an options to filter down. So for instance, if I'm interested in only the hardware side, I just simply choose the hardware. It will then automatically filter it down. Or if I'm interested in hardware and service or accessory, then it will automatically show you those as well. And by the actual close date, so you can see it's really simple to use those reports. Now, as I mentioned, then Power BI or Microsoft have been releasing update every month. Now, this is one of the new functions. What they just released this today is then the drill down option. So in the past, you couldn't link two reports together, but at the moment, now from now on, you are able to link two reports together. So if you would like to see, for instance, this is the graphic log company, and you would like to see what kind of product you sell to this company, what you can then do is, with the right-click option, you can then simply just drill through to this page, and as you can see, it's automatically filtered it down. Even so, I don't have account filter on this page, the system automatically filtered it down for you. And then with the back button, you can then just simply go back to the previous page and then start again, and then just see another account information from there as well. So this is really useful tool, which we have been waiting for a while now, but Microsoft have just created those links as well. So from now on, you can create as many report pages as you want, and you can then guide through those as well. So it's a really simple application. This is an opportunity total by close date. So as you can see, the system automatic, it's a stacked bar as well. So as you can see, if I highlight this, it's showing me on that in May 2015, this was the warranty side, and this was the hardware side as well. And then you are able to filter down by the users. So if I'm interested in direct only, it would then automatically show direct. And if I'm interested in just hardware, it would then show me just the hardware only part. Or if I'm interested in just BlackBerry, it would then show me just the BlackBerry side. Now, what Microsoft has created as well, which again, it's really easy and really useful tool, is then this ribbon chart, and they released this today as well. So if I just change this release, what it does is it's actually showing me all the product family by the total. However, what it also does is it's telling me then what the difference is between those. So if I just hover the mouse here, it tells me then from 2014 August till July 2017. Actually, it's another way around. Yeah, it's another way around. So basically, from December 2014 until April, what was the difference between the warranty? So it actually calculates. I have not done this. The system automatically calculates that for me. So what was the loss between those? So you can see the December we had 3 million, but in May we had 700,000 only, and you can see the loss there as well. However, it does the other way around as well. So if there was an increase, then it calculates the increase for me as well. Also, another side, marketing. So if you do have your marketing department, then probably they will be happy to get reports from from the database, so you can see the opportunity total by campaign. So I can see from the Dell, from this Dell Optilex special campaign, we got this amount of data. And again, what I can do is I can then just simply just filter down by the actual close date as well. The next thing what I have created is a map. I think this is a really good tool, and we have been waiting for a map solution for any other application. And I know it took 5 or 6 days or even more to create a map. But in here, it's automatically create for us. So on this map, I can see the sales potential by city. So if I just hover the mouse there, I can see the city, which would automatically shows me the sales potential. If I filter down, so for instance, if I'm only interested in hardware, it would then filter down by just the hardware only. And if I'm interested in the Mac Pro, for instance, it would then showing those information as well. So as you can see, it's an interact map solution, which is available in Power BI by default as well. The next thing, which this is one of my favorites, is this is a heat map option. Again, this kind of the same thing what I have done in here in the previous one, but this is now a heat map. So it's automatically filtering down everything for me. This is a really good map solution, which I'm sure everybody will be able to see the benefit of this as well. And what you can also do with this is then you can actually add a timing options to here as well. So if you drag down the actual close date at the bottom, then you can actually play around with this as well, so you can see the growth of your business over time as well by cities. So it's quite flexible what you can do with this Power BI, and you will be able to see how. The next thing is what I wanted to show you is then the matrix. So obviously the previous on the previous reports I created some visuals which is quite useful, but some people would like to see everything in matrix. So basically in this case I just simply created a product family by the users as well, and I automatically added some conditional formatting. So it's showing me which one is the most, which one is the best selling point in my business as well. However, what you can also do with the matrix is then you can drill down. So at the moment, this is the higher level of the matrix. If I just simply drill down, go to the next level, then you can see it's actually showing me by product. What I can also do is I can simply just drill down, so it's showing me the user and then the product as well. And if I do want, I can then simply keep going down and then showing me the company details. So I can see that was the company who bought a BlackBerry from Kathy. This is quite interesting what you can do with this. And also this can be done by columns as well, easily. If I load up a different one, this is a kind of account management report. So the previous was the sales, where we covered all the opportunities reports or anything what you would like to do with the opportunity. This is activities and histories, so the communication is. Then it's a really simple one. It's showing all the history by users on a certain date. So if I'm searching down and if I want to see just these accounts, it would then filtering down by the account. If I'm interested in just, for instance, the to-dos on phone, I just simply highlight. This is another key function of the database or reports. to accounts by last contacted. So who was the last one who contacted? So for instance, by meeting, and by the users as well. So it's a really good reporting tool to see what's happening in your organization. This is account map, heat map. So previously I showed you the heat map based on the sales amount. This is actually based on the account, so how many accounts we have in that territory, so you can see which one is our busiest area. And what I can do is I can then simply just filter down by the customers as well. So it's showing me just the customers, or if I'm interested in prospect, it's automatically filtering down by the prospect as well. And the users as well, if you would like to see. So for instance, I'm interested in Brian's account, then it's automatically showing me Brian's account. And what I have done in here, this is just a normal activity list. So basically you would then able to simply just create an activity list which automatically it's in Infor CRM anyway, but you can replicate this, and as you can see, it's really flexible as well to choose anything from there as well. And you can also do a service side. So if you have been using tickets in Infor CRM, then you are able to add and filter down by those as well. So I can then just simply, this is a tickets by area, category, and by issue as well, and filtering by the create date. So you can simply just choose between any dates, and it will filtering down for you. This is just a simple tickets open by urgency. What you can then do is in here, you can actually add these to your screen in your office, and it would then automatically filtering down and adding those information from the database. Now, last thing that I wanted to show you, and this is actually just came up today as well, and this is quite fun. It's this is a little aquarium option, and what it does is, and if I'm interested in the account by fish size, by the size, so it automatically shows you in a fish. So the way how they presented it is, it's hilarious as well. They said that who is the biggest fish we need to catch from the water as well. So you can see if I hover this, it's automatically show me the company name and the sales potentials as well. So from now on, the reporting could be really fun as well, not just a boring reports anymore. So this is awesome, this reporting. Now, I hope it gave you some ideas what the Power BI is capable of. Obviously, you can create anything. As you can see, this was just a few of them I just showed you today, but there are so many variations what you can also add to the to this Power BI. So why Xperience Group and why Power BI? We are able to help you setting up and training, and also be supporting Power BI as well in our office. But the main thing first, once you have got Power BI running, then probably you wouldn't need our help, because it's really simple to use and it's easy to manage as well. We also have experience in Infor CRM, so we have been SalesLogic, Sage, Infor CRM partner for a while now, so we know the SQL database tables. The biggest issue you could find out is then where the data is kept in the database. But once you are aware of those information, then it's really easy to find and managing everything in Power BI. We also use Power BI internally because we think it's a really good solution. So why not use internally? Which means then we can give you a really update information and everything, and we could help you and give you some advice on this Power BI options as well. And we are a Microsoft Gold partner, and also we have been awarded recently in Ireland for a hosting partner of the year. So we have experience with Microsoft, and we know the products very well.